The trauma responds, what I call a trauma parasite. And how is this formulated inside of individuals? Well, it's everyone's everyday environment. Everyone's been taken out of their natural daily structure, your nature and your connection with the universe, and you've been put into a false illusion, a delusion that perpetuates pain, perpetuates chaos, sorrow, sadness, sickness, all the different forms that create a parasite inside of the subconscious, the conscious mind. Just like food process, they take it from the spiritual level and they bring it into the food, so you stay with parasites from a trauma response. How do one know that one has a parasite? Because you're operating from the parasite, which is known as the trauma. You're not operating from your soul's purpose, your soul's knowledge, your soul's wisdom. You are operating from the trauma that's been built up inside of you, from the negativity of the environment that we're living in. They planned it well, how to capture one, how to keep one corrupted, how to keep one a slave, how to keep one from doing things that they're not supposed to do according to their nature. But you are doing things according to somebody else's way. The trauma responds, which is known as a parasite inside of individuals. The parasite has taken over the body. Everything you do is based off the parasite. Where you think, act, your being is not off of your soul's purpose, but is off this parasite that's been induced by a corrupt society. Light workers, chosen ones, star seeds. Expose this parasite inside of people. The parasite cannot hide from a very powerful being. Very powerful being represents a high frequency, high level of consciousness, a one that is operating from the soul's perspective instead of the trauma parasite. These individuals have done the work to heal the trauma parasite. They have captured this parasite, dissolved this parasite, and became one with the infinite consciousness. These individuals have done this through the course of their existence. They have become so strong at it. This is why these individuals are given the key to come into these type of environments, these type of lower frequencies, to change the environment, to show another how to get rid of their trauma parasite, by them first being an example, by them first speaking their soul's language, as is one with the Creator's language, as is one with the universe's language. You bringing the higher civilization's consciousness and voice to this dimension that we're living in, and you're speaking this, their voice and your voice to the world. Powerful healers that are correcting the trauma that's inside of individuals. These individuals, the more powerful you get, the more that you will have to stand alone. You can't be around a lot of individuals. In fact, you'll find out that you are a solo, that you do things by yourself because of the power that you have and how it ignites the parasites of trauma inside of each and every other individual that has not done the work of healing. The trauma causes for the shadow and easily accessed by negative forces to go up against the individual that's holding the higher frequency. This is high levels of intelligence. This has already been studied. This is ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge of how to capture the civilization, how to make the civilization do as you want them to do, be where you want them to be, attack who you want them to attack. This is why the universe sends in powerful individuals. And these individuals are very strong because they know they will have to stand alone. They know they will have to do things that they wouldn't do before they were given the golden light to perpetuate their infinite soul's perspective that induces the parasite inside of individuals, that causes individuals to have that trauma response in your presence. And that's why it's difficult for anywhere you go, anybody that's around you. You will ignite that inside of them. These individuals have difficult in your presence because of that parasite that's been induced by civilization. These individuals don't know how to heal their trauma that's been built up inside of them through the course of their existence, not just from this lifetime, from previous lifetimes. These individuals are very aggressive, very quick to act negatively. They might be the loudest one in the room. You see a lot of it from narcissists. Narcissists are filled with this trauma parasite. They're easily connected with a negative force. Negative force, a hitchhike is way inside of a narcissistic. Narcissists pick them up easily to attack those that hold their power to free civilizations from their parasites, from trauma. Always meant to walk alone because it's difficult for you to trust anybody because your frequency is so high. Represents a powerful being. People get very irritated quickly. They may seem as though they're your friend in the beginning, but in a matter of time, you will see the change. Difficult for you to trust because people having trauma response from the presence of an intelligent starseed. The ones that are in touch with their own trauma. The ones that are blending their negativity with their positivity. The ones that are still doing the work of blending in that negative and positive inside of them. It's a great battle with the shadow. It's the ultimate fight. It's the greatest fight that one can have. It's the fight and conflict within themselves to allow for their higher levels to come above, to come on, to be expressive, to be a helping hand, to show others how to dominate their shadow, their trauma, their parasite, so that they can come from the spiritual level and come into the physical level and destroy the parasites that lives inside of the physical body, from the foods, from the environment, from society that keeps the population filled with trauma in order to rule them, in order to keep them at that low density frequency of fear and shame. They keep people filled up with trauma. That's all for today, and enjoy.